Kenneth Allen McDuff was born on March 21, 1946, in Rosebud, Texas. He grew up in a large family, but from an early age, he showed troubling behavior. Neighbors described him as a bully who enjoyed intimidating others. Even as a teenager, he was known for his violent temper and reckless actions. By the time McDuff was in high school, he had already developed a reputation for cruelty. He often skipped school, got into fights, and was arrested for minor crimes. Despite his troubles, he managed to graduate, but his behavior only worsened. In the 1960s, McDuff committed his first major crime. Along with an accomplice, he was involved in the abduction and killing of 3 teenagers in Texas. The brutal case shocked the state and drew widespread media attention. McDuff was arrested, tried, and sentenced to death. However, in 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court temporarily halted the death penalty. As a result, his sentence was changed to life in prison. For many, this should have been the end of McDuff's story. But overcrowding in Texas prisons led to an unexpected decision. In 1989, McDuff was paroled after serving less than 20 years behind bars. His release would prove catastrophic. Within months, women in Central Texas began disappearing. McDuff had returned to his violent ways, taking advantage of his freedom to commit more crimes. He was suspected in numerous disappearances throughout the early 1990s. The victims were often young women, many last seen walking alone or stranded on highways. Police struggled to track him because McDuff constantly moved and changed locations. Finally, in 1992, McDuff was captured in Kansas after a nationwide manhunt. He was brought back to Texas to face charges for several murders. At trial, the evidence against him was overwhelming. Witnesses, forensic findings, and his own history painted a picture of a remorseless predator. He was convicted and once again sentenced to death. This time, there would be no reversal. On November 17, 1998, Kenneth Allen McDuff was executed by lethal injection in Texas. His case remains one of the most infamous in American history. It is often cited as an example of the dangers of early parole for violent offenders. McDuff's story is remembered not only for his crimes, but also for the tragic reminder of how justice delayed can lead to more lives lost.